folks, and welcome to a new mod showcase. And today I'm very excited to show you something I've worked together with the incredibly talented and well-known modder names Viral Cyclopes. And I'm proud to present the new mod pack RobPlants the Tree mod pack, a collection of 27 placeable plant objects designed to expand the visual diversity of your parks and landscapes. So, like many of you, I love decorating and landscaping in Jurassic World Evolution 2. But over the time, I noticed that the default vegetation grid, especially for the temperate biome, was missing variety. And too few temperate trees, barely any proper firs or conifers, and autumn colors, almost none. I was inspired, partly by the popular tree mod from Kyodanic, of course. When I'm remembering correctly, it's the expanded scenery mod, which I really admire Kyodanic in general for its creativity and passion for this game. But when I tried to use this special mod out, I often had problems, and then I have crashes, freezes, and too many bugs. And all I wanted was a clean, stable solution with more variety. And so after looking carefully at the official in-game vegetation grid, I decided to design a pack that fills these gaps without breaking the biome layout. And I also wanted it to work well for the habitat design, so we can place trees one by one, or even create an entire forest if we want and if we like. And to make this happen, I contacted the modder Viral Cyclopes, who built or transported the tree models and turned them into a placeable in-game item, and thanks to him, this pack is now available also on nexusmod.com. And yeah, what you can expect in this pack here and what's included, we have for the first 8 temperate trees from the temperate biome, the summertime and the autumn, with rich autumn colors, and we have also 2 with lush, more green thick trunks and white canopies. The next is we have 8 firs and conifers in 3 different shades. Finally, they're giving us a proper evergreens to use alongside the existing spruces. And the next is we have 5 tree trunks, or we can also call it logs. And they're perfect for nice habitat details. And some of them are moss covered, some dried out, and one is tropical. The next is we have 3 new Mediterranean pines. And I like these bad boys. These pines are so elegant trees that fit in many biomes. And the last part is then we have 3 new tropical plants, 2 tropical Brazilian nut trees, and the one is a mango tree. And so I think we have in general enough palm trees in game, and so I think with these 3 new tropical trees we can create dense, large jungle areas. And before we start to showcase, one small note for the first. All these trees has a tree group. It's divided in 3 groups, and currently every tree group have a different icon. Unfortunately, it would have been very tedious to create a separate icon for each tree, and so in consultation with Viral Cyclopes, I divided it into 3 groups. And for example, the temperate trees now all have the same logo, and the conifers have a different logo, and so on. And we grouped also the last few trees, and the tropical and the Mediterranean trees, together with the palm logo. And I think this provided a bit of clarity, so you can quickly find the tree or the log or something like that you're looking for. And I think after a while you also know where each tree is. And in the showcase we go through each biome section, and then I think enough with talking, let's start and whoop! First of all, here you can see the temperate trees from the autumn and summer section, and I chose for 2 larger greener trees because I think such trees are always very helpful, and especially for the background in an enclosure, or simply to have a real large tree on a plaza. And then we also have the autumn trees over here, and I think with the new colors of red and gold we have a very nice grid. And finally, I also chose these two cute little maple trees here. First of all, I think they're beautiful, and secondly, they also have a somewhat Asian shape, which is why I think they're really great, and I think they're a really nice addition to the temperate biome grid, and yeah, I like these little cute trees. And yeah, so here you have a complete overview of the entire grid of these trees, and I think if you want to build a small customized forest, you definitely have a very nice selection. And whether you are looking for colorful or just a rich green, there's something for everyone. And let's move on to the tiger biome, and here I'd like to introduce you to the different fir trees from this pack here. I've also placed a yellowish fir to show you that I divided the firs into 3 subgroups. We have here one more yellowish, greenish, and more a cool green. And here on the start you can see this little bad boy is official vanilla in-game. It's a placeable tree. To added this little subgroup, so we have these mid-size and this bigger yellow fir, and I think so we have a nice tree pack here, and then the other subgroups, and I like this. We have more yellowish, greenish, and a cooler greenish, and that's cool in my eyes. And if you look over here, with the fully expanded grid of the conifers and evergreens, we can now create super beautiful small Nordic forests. And in general, I think evergreens are very decorative and beautiful, and that's just my personal taste. And I think they can also be placed on a tropical map. I think you just have to know how to combine everything. Yeah. So then we go over here to the various tree trunks, and I find the one we already have in-game here for the first, and I like this bad boy. It's absolutely fantastic, and I love the size of that one tree trunk here. But I still wanted a few smaller ones, and so I decided on 2 green ones and 2 brown dried out ones. And we see one tree trunk. He's cursed. He's so extreme cursed. He can move. Can you see this movement here a little bit? Unfortunately, we can't program it. We can change it, and now this tree trunk is included also in this pack. And yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We have this little cursed tree trunk. Why not? Enjoy. And finally, we have a tree trunk over here with overgrown, and I think it's a tree trunk from a paleo eating brush tools, I think, and it looks great in a tropical habitat, and I like it. It has a nice look. And so we have in total 5 tree trunks, and yeah. So then we come to the last 2 tree groups, and then we have the 3 tropical trees over here. And I know that one Brazilian walnut tree looks very similar here to the other walnut tree we already officially have in the game. And that's true. That's so true. And yeah, I decided on this version anyway because I definitely find it prettier than the tree we have in game. That's a matter of personal taste. It was just a spontaneous idea to include a few more tropical trees in this pack at the end. And it was also important to me that we have a slightly larger tree here. And if you want the tree to stand even more out from the forest, you can easily move it with the toolbox and make it stick out more from the forest here. Here's the example, and then I think, well, it looks nice. Yeah, and finally, as said, I think also that the mango bush is really cool, and it was somehow the missing link in the tropical biome, actually creating your own little tropical forest. And with this little tropical fluffy bush, it is possible, and I like it. Yeah, I like this bush, and I think it's a perfect addition. So, last but not least, we come to the Mediterranean trees, and personally, this is one of my favorite biomes. And they are such beautiful trees, and I think they can be placed well on almost, any map. And I noticed that the Mediterranean trees are divided into 2 groups, so I can say. We have to the one side here the Mediterranean pines, and then on the other side, I mean, these Aleppo trees, or Aleppo pines, so we can call it. And so it was important to me to create a balance, and I tell you that over here. Here we have two trees that we already have in the game, and I like these two trees and this tree. Now, balance everything out with its shape and size and so. And over here we have then the two new Mediterranean pines, and they complement the existing tree that we have here. And this is also a very nice tree, and I like this tree. But you need friends, new friends, a family, a tree family. Yeah, and so, voila. Overall, I think we have a great with these 6 beautiful trees in total. I mean, we have 3 new Mediterranean trees and 6 bigger trees in total. And with this little olive trees and the palms from the Mediterranean grid, we have a nice grid. Yeah, I think looks so good. Alright, I hope this collection gives you more creativity and flexibility and makes your builds feel more natural, balanced, and alive. So I hope. And a big thank you again to Viral Cyclopes for making this possible. And you can download the pack on nexusmods.com, and of course the link is in the description. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. And as always, happy building, and take care.